Bill Gates, the visionary who put a computer on every desk. Part 1. A dream bigger than the present. What if one idea could change the way billions of people live? What if a young man believed that one day, every home and every office would have a personal computer? At a time when computers filled entire rooms, most people thought computers belonged to governments, universities, and large corporations. Very few imagined they would become part of everyday life. But one young programmer saw a different future. He believed that software, not hardware, would shape the next technological revolution. That young man was Bill Gates. His vision helped transform the personal computer from a luxury into a necessity. And in doing so, he changed how the world works, learns, and communicates. Yet Bill Gates' greatest lesson is not about technology. It is about curiosity, preparation, and recognizing the future before everyone else could see it. Chapter 1. A Curious Mind. Long before he became one of the world's most successful entrepreneurs, Bill Gates was simply a curious student. He loved solving problems, reading books, exploring ideas, and understanding how things worked. While many children viewed computers as mysterious machines, Gates saw them as endless opportunities. He spent countless hours learning to program, experimenting, making mistakes, and improving. Curiosity became his greatest advantage. He didn't learn because someone told him to. He learned because he genuinely wanted to understand. That habit would shape the rest of his life. Chapter 2. Opportunity Meets Preparation. In 1975, Bill Gates and his childhood friend, Paul Allen, saw an opportunity that others overlooked. A new computer called the Altair 8800 had just been introduced. Most people saw an interesting machine. Gates saw the beginning of an entirely new industry. He contacted the manufacturer and offered to provide programming software. There was just one problem. The software didn't exist yet. So Gates and Allen worked tirelessly to build it. Their preparation turned a bold promise into reality. Soon afterward, they founded Microsoft. It was a reminder that opportunities often favor those who are prepared long before they arrive. Chapter 3. Software Changes Everything. At a time when many companies focus on building better computers, Bill Gates focused on software. He believed hardware would continue improving, but software would determine what people could actually accomplish with those machines. That insight proved revolutionary. Microsoft developed operating systems that made computers more practical, more accessible, and easier to use. As personal computers spread around the world, Microsoft software became an essential part of daily life. Gates wasn't simply building products. He was helping build an entirely new digital age. Chapter 4. Think Decades Ahead. One of Bill Gates' greatest strengths was his ability to think far beyond the present. He wasn't asking, what will people need next year? He asked, what will the world look like in 10 or 20 years? That long-term perspective influenced Microsoft's strategy for decades. While competitors focus on today's challenges, Gates often invested in tomorrow's possibilities. History repeatedly rewards those who prepare for the future before it becomes obvious. Closing reflection. Bill Gates reminds us that extraordinary achievements rarely begin with extraordinary circumstances. They begin with curiosity, with learning, with preparation, and with the courage to believe in a future that others cannot yet imagine. In the next chapter, we'll explore how Bill Gates built Microsoft into one of the world's most influential companies, the leadership lessons he learned along the way, and why his commitment to lifelong learning remains one of his greatest legacies. Bill Gates, the visionary who put a computer on every desk. Part 2. Building a Software Empire. Chapter 5. The Power of Focus. As Microsoft began to grow, Bill Gates understood an important truth. Success is rarely the result of doing many things well. It is often the result of doing a few things exceptionally well. Microsoft remained intensely focused on one mission: to create software that made personal computers useful for everyone. While technology changed rapidly, that mission remained remarkably consistent. Gates believed that focus creates momentum. Every improvement built upon the last. Every product became an opportunity to learn. Every challenge became a chance to improve. Many businesses fail because they chase every opportunity. The greatest businesses often succeed because they know which opportunities to ignore. Chapter 6. Never Stop Learning. One of Bill Gates' most admired habits is his commitment to learning. Even after becoming one of the world's most successful entrepreneurs, he never stopped reading. He has often spoken about the importance of books, history, science, economics, health, technology. Every subject offered another way to understand the world. Knowledge, he believed, compounds over time. Each new idea connects with previous ideas. Each lesson strengthens future decisions. Success is not built solely on intelligence. It is built on the willingness to keep learning long after others believe they already know enough. Curiosity has no finish line. Chapter 7. Competition creates excellence. The technology industry moves quickly. New competitors appear. Innovation never pauses. Bill Gates understood that competition should not be feared. It should be respected. Competition challenges companies to improve, to create better products, to serve customers more effectively. Throughout Microsoft's history, competition forced difficult decisions. Some succeeded, others failed, yet every challenge encouraged growth. Progress often comes from responding wisely to strong competitors rather than hoping they disappear. In business, as in life, excellence is rarely achieved in isolation. Chapter 8. Mistakes become lessons. Not every decision Bill Gates made was successful. Some products failed. Some predictions proved inaccurate. Some opportunities were missed. Yet Gates never viewed mistakes as permanent defeats. He viewed them as feedback. Every setback contained information. Every disappointment offered a lesson. The willingness to admit mistakes and adapt became one of Microsoft's greatest strengths. History shows that the most successful innovators are rarely those who never fail. They are those who learn the fastest. Closing reflection. Bill Gates reminds us that lasting success is built one decision at a time, through focused effort, continuous learning, respect for competition, and humility to improve after every mistake. Technology changes. Industries evolve. New generations of innovators emerge. But these principles remain timeless, because behind every great innovation stands someone who chose to remain curious long after everyone else stopped asking questions. In the next chapter, we'll explore Bill Gates' leadership philosophy, his transition from building Microsoft to tackling global challenges through philanthropy, and the timeless lesson that true success is measured not only by what we build, but by how we use it to improve the lives of others. Bill Gates, the visionary who put computer on every desk. Part 3. Success Beyond Technology. Chapter 9. Leading Through Vision. As Microsoft grew into one of the world's most influential companies, Bill Gates faced a new challenge. How do you continue leading when success has already arrived? Many leaders become comfortable. They protect what they have built. They avoid taking risks. Bill Gates believed the opposite. He encouraged Microsoft to continue innovating, even if it meant challenging its own products. He understood that if you don't reinvent yourself, someone else eventually will. Great leadership is not about defending yesterday. It is about preparing for tomorrow. That philosophy helped Microsoft remain at the forefront of technology for decades. Chapter 10. Giving Back. After achieving extraordinary success in business, Bill Gates made a decision that surprised many people. Instead of spending the rest of his life simply growing his wealth, he turned much of his attention towards solving some of the world's greatest challenges: global health, education, poverty, clean water, disease prevention. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he supported projects that aimed to improve millions of lives around the world. Whether people agree with every decision or not, his shift demonstrated an important principle. Success is not only measured by what we accumulate, it can also be measured by what we contribute. The greatest legacy often extends beyond business. It reaches into the lives of people we may never meet. Chapter 11. Preparing for the future. One quality has remained constant throughout Bill Gates' life. He never stopped looking ahead. Even after leaving Microsoft's day-to-day operations, he continued studying the future: artificial intelligence, climate innovation, global health, energy, agriculture. He believes that tomorrow's greatest opportunities belong to those willing to prepare today. The future is not something we simply wait for. It is something we help create through learning, innovation, and thoughtful action. That mindset has defined every stage of his journey. Chapter 12, The Timeless Lesson. Bill Gates reminds us that extraordinary achievements rarely happen overnight. They begin with curiosity, grow through discipline, expand through learning, and endure through service. Technology will continue changing. Companies will rise and fall. Industries will evolve. But curiosity never goes out of style. Neither does hard work, nor the willingness to keep learning. Perhaps that is Bill Gates' greatest lesson. Never allow success to become the end of your education. The moment we stop learning, we stop growing. Closing reflection. Bill Gates once imagined a world where every desk and every home would have a computer. At the time, that vision seemed almost impossible. Today, it feels ordinary. That is often how history remembers great ideas. They begin as bold dreams. They become reality through persistence. And eventually, they become so familiar that we forget how extraordinary they once seemed. Bill Gates teaches us that the future belongs to those who are curious enough to imagine it, disciplined enough to build it, and humble enough to keep learning long after success arrives. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and philosophy of Bill Gates. If you enjoyed this documentary, consider subscribing as we continue exploring the timeless wisdom of history's greatest innovators, investors, entrepreneurs, and visionaries. Because every legend changes the world in a different way, but each leaves behind ideas that continue inspiring generations. Until next time, keep learning from the legends